Okay, to begin with Tai Chi, make sure that your feet are parallel so their toes are pointing straight ahead and you're about a shoulder width apart with your feet. Bend your knees and hips slightly as though you're beginning to sit down. If I do that from the side, you bend just slightly as though you're starting to sit down, keeping your back really straight. That allows your muscles to hold your body up, not your bones. Lift your arms up. Open your hands so your thumb and little finger stretch, and the middle finger of your hand goes forward slightly, and then rotate your hands back and forth to stretch and loosen this forearm, the tendons in your forearm. And it doesn't matter whether you go faster or slower, you need to stretch the forearm, and the twisting should go from the tip of this finger to the elbow in a straight line. You don't want to have your hand sideways, you want to be nice and straight. Now for exercise number 2, if you imagine you have your heart here where your wishbone is, you push your hand straight out in front of your body. When your arm is straight, you lower it, put your palm up, and that hand comes in under your fist. Comes up over the fist, pushes forward, down, palm up, and comes back in. Now initially you can do that with both hands. Push out, down to the width of your fist, palm up, and back in. Lift up, push forward, down, palm up, and back in. Now eventually, what we're going to do is from there, you're not going to lower that hand and push the other one out. So the hands pass one over top of the other, and you try to keep both hands in constant motion so that the front hand, it stretches just as the back hand comes back. They pass one over top of the other. Next warm-up exercise, you start with your hands hanging down, your back nice and straight, touch your fingertips together, bring your arms up to your chest, make a little triangle as you flip your palms to the roof and stretch up as high as you can to the roof. Lower your arms down straight in front and bend your knees a little bit as you crouch down, just a fraction. Touch your fingertips together, reach up, push your palms to the ceiling and down. You can do that 10 or 12 times to just get that rhythm going. The next exercise, line your 2 thumbs up at about nose height with your hands out, arms at about 90 degrees, your thumbs at about the height of your nose, and you touch your fingertips together, do hands up, stretch your arms out with your thumbs down, and let your hands come down by your side as though they're going to clap behind your back. Then bring them forward with your palms back towards your face. Again, try to keep motion steady all the time so that your arms are going. If you were swimming, you would have to keep your arms in motion to stay afloat. Now we're swimming in air. For the next warm-up exercise, step a bit further than shoulder width apart and point your toes out at a 45 towards the corners of the room. Put your hands at shoulder height with palms down, and we're going to bend down, keeping your back straight, knees out over your toes, and scoop up. Only go as far as is comfortable. So if you're not really rubbery, don't go very far. Just go a little ways, scoop down like this, and lift up. If you're a little more flexible and it's easy to go down further, you can go down a bit further and up, but keep your back straight. And we do 4 or 5 of those. Good. The next exercise, we're back to shoulder width apart. and you have your knees and hips slightly flexed. And this is probably the most important warm-up exercise. You put your bottom hand by your hip or your waist level, and you look at your top hand. You turn your torso towards the corner and you look at your top hand. You rotate your torso looking at your top hand and not moving either hand until your torso is facing the other corner. Switch hand positions. Look at the palm of your other hand. Turn your torso without moving your arms, head, or shoulders. You're turning your hips. And we use this hip turning motion in Tai Chi many, many times. You'll notice that my whole upper body does not move, only my hips are turning. So no hand motion, no head motion.